Hey guys, this is Lindsay. I'm here with Garage Gym Reviews, and today I'm going to talk about the NordicTrack 1750 commercial treadmill. I'm actually super excited to talk about this treadmill today because I got to do some test runs on it the other day. I remember immediately liking it, so I was really excited to take a deeper dive into what this treadmill actually is, how it runs, and just kind of talk about it with you guys. I'm really excited to talk about this one particularly because throughout testing this one and a myriad of other treadmills, this one really stood out to me, so I'm excited to get into it. So today I'm gonna talk to you about the user friendliness of it, the warranty, kind of some specs on the treadmill, and I'm also gonna compare it to a couple other treadmills that really stood out to me and I think are pretty comparable. So I've actually run a bunch of half marathons. I've run on a ton of treadmills over the years, and I'm excited to talk about what makes this treadmill something that I would look for while also comparing it to other ones that I think are pretty good. So let's get into it. If you want to add this to your home gym, there are links below the like button that you can purchase through. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it does help us continue to do what we do here at Garage Gym Reviews. So NordicTrack did send us this treadmill. It's not going to change our review. We're still going to let you know its pros and its cons of it. So let's go. I am not the most tech savvy person out there, so I need a machine that is super user friendly. I don't want a huge, lengthy get to know me process. If it takes longer to figure out how to use the machine than it would my actual workout, I'm probably not going to use it. When it comes to this NordicTrack 1750, I found it to be incredibly user-friendly. I mean, even so much so that I think my kids could figure out how to start and use this treadmill. I've used other treadmills before where it just feels like there are a million things happening at once, and it's even hard to find that manual control just to walk on the treadmill. I don't feel like that's the case. I think that this screen is super simple. I think it's well designed. It's easy to use. You also have your speed settings right here, your incline settings right here, and I think it makes it really easy to navigate. So during your run, you're able to see and track things like your distance, calories, heart rate, all at the top right here. The other things that I really enjoy is that these large cup holders are actually big enough to fit your Stanley cups that I'm sure everybody has right now. You also have this nice shelf where you're able to put your phone or tablet, so during your runs, if you need to check it, it's right there for you. So one negative aspect to this phone, tablet, shelf holder is that if you do put your phone there, it will block the screen, so you might not be able to see all your information displayed as easily. So it does have these large speakers that you can connect through Bluetooth to stream your music, stream your shows, whatever. I wouldn't say they're the best speakers. You know, you're not gonna have this like amazing sound quality, but for a treadmill, it's okay. The majority of people, myself included, probably aren't gonna use these speakers. You're probably just gonna put in your wireless, AirPods or your headphones to listen, but they are there. If you've ever used a treadmill like Life Fitness or Free Motion at maybe a gym, you know that the speakers on those are a little bit more quality. If you're wanting us to compare something of that price level to something that's a little bit more affordable, let us know in the comments and we'll do a review. So this machine is definitely not portable. Although it does fold up and it does have these wheels at the front, you can technically move it. I wouldn't say it's easy to move around. I mean, the machine weighs 339 pounds, so if you're somebody like me or somebody who's smaller, it might be a little bit more struggle to move around. The opposite end of the spectrum for that is it's actually really solid. When you're running on it, you're not jostling or shaking around. It feels really secure. So if you're somebody who is running at that, 12 mile per hour range, that 5-minute mile pace, or even a little slower, you're gonna want something with a lot of stability. During your run, you're not gonna want any shaking or insecure moments as you're going fast, including like if you raise it to a 15% incline, which is what this treadmill does do. It's pretty high. You don't want to feel like it's shaking or having a hard time keeping up with that incline. You want it to feel secure. The weight capacity on this treadmill is 300 pounds, which is great because it just allows more people to be able to use it. The other thing that I really like about this is its belt deck. It's 60 inches by 22 inches wide. So if you're somebody who is taller or you have a pretty large stride, then you're definitely gonna want a bigger belt deck. That's actually one of the reasons they call this commercial treadmill, because it's sized to the same kind of specs that you would find at a treadmill in a commercial gym. As far as speed goes, this one can go from 0 miles per hour all the way up to 12 miles per hour, which is great. It accommodates a really fast runner all the way to those who are maybe just starting out on their running journey. The other thing I love about this is it goes to a 15% incline, which is a little above some treadmills that you might find, but one of my favorite things about this treadmill is that it actually goes to a 3% decline, and you don't see that among a lot of treadmills right now. Having that 3% decline and also that high 15% incline just allows you to use more variety in your training. One thing I actually noticed about this treadmill is when I went to move that incline up, it was actually really quiet. I'm sure we've all experienced treadmills that as you push that incline all the way up, it starts kind of like jostling around, or you hear that like sound, which can be really annoying. Also, another thing is sometimes as a treadmill goes to that incline, it starts to slow down and it takes a while to reach that grade. I felt like it went up fairly easy. It was really quiet and really smooth. So one really cool thing about this treadmill is that it comes with an Ifit program that you're able to use for 30 days and just kind of test out. Our team has all tried out the Ifit programming and really enjoy it. So if you're familiar with Peloton, Peloton does have a better studio experience, but Ifit offers a ton of classes and I think that they're really well done. Definitely a con though is after that 30 days, you are gonna have to pay for either a monthly or a yearly subscription. And if you decide not to continue your Ifit membership, they're not gonna brick the machine, but you are gonna miss out on a lot of features that is available through the Ifit programming. All right, so I wanna compare this one to the Soul F63. There's a couple differences. One, the Soul runs around $1,200, whereas this NordicTrack is $2,300. Another big difference is the screen. So with the NordicTrack, you actually have a smart touch screen that's 14 inches, and then the Soul F63 is about half the size at 6.5 inches, and it's just an LCD screen. Another difference is with the NordicTrack, you have access to Ifit, but with the Soul F63, you only have access to their Soul app, which also costs $20 a month. The Soul app is definitely not as feature-rich as the Ifit program. So as far as some other quick comparisons, the size of the belt deck is pretty similar. The F63 is 20 by 60, whereas the NordicTrack is that 22 by 60. Its weight capacity is a little different. The F63 has a 325-pound weight capacity, and then the NordicTrack has that 300 weight capacity. Last kind of comparison is the incline decline. The NordicTrack, like I said, has that 3% decline, which I find really valuable, whereas the Soul doesn't have any decline options, but still goes up to that 15% grade. Another treadmill that I think is pretty comparable is also by Soul Fitness, and that is the Soul F85. Now that one costs $2,000 to the NordicTrack's $2,300. Its belt deck is exactly the same size, and its weight capacity is actually 400 pounds. The F85 actually has a 10-inch touchscreen, and it includes 7 presets, things like YouTube or Netflix. It has the ability to do screen mirroring, which gives more users options for their workouts. Last thing I'll say about the F85 is although it is foldable, just like the NordicTrack, it's still gonna take up a pretty big piece of space. So if you are in a smaller area, it might not be the best fit for you. So overall, I think that this NordicTrack 1750 commercial treadmill is a quality treadmill. If you're somebody who's gonna be doing just some walking or maybe even just light jogging, incline or smart features aren't necessarily important to you, then there are better options. But if you're somebody who really values smart features, who really values that decline and incline, or who wants a solid treadmill to put a lot of miles on, this is definitely one to consider. So one caveat to kind of the pros of this treadmill is the warranty. So if it is in an unconditioned garage or space, then they can void your warranty, which is kind of a bummer. Also, if you try out this treadmill, you have 30 days. If you don't like it, you can return it within those 30 days. However, you are gonna have to pay a 10% restocking fee, and you're also responsible for the shipping costs to get it back to the company. With all of that said, I think that this NordicTrack 1750 offers a really good value. It's really comfortable to run on. And overall, I would definitely consider buying this treadmill. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Lindsay. If you want to see more reviews on treadmills in the future, make sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you back here soon. Bye.